Yes, guys, how you doing? Welcome back. Happy Friday. Happy spooky Friday. It's the 31st of October, and this is your weekend preview. Big weekend of football. I hope you guys are all happy and healthy doing the things that you love with those you love to do them with. Please, guys, do us a favor like you always do. Your like game is on Craible. Hit the like button for us if you enjoy the video. Hit the subscribe if you haven't already. We're on the march to 6K. Slow slog, but it is what it is. Hit the notification bell button, a little squeeze. And also drop some comments. Let us know your thoughts as we go through the stories. Also, guys, if there is a member amongst us who would like to play the role of the chat, of the audience predicciones for later on in the show, let us know, and we'll bring you up. If there's no members that want to do it, then just anyone who wants to do it, then let us know. We'll give the members the first crack. First off, last thing before I come over to see Johnny is a little bit of admin. Guys, if you are interested in walking the wife, I mean, who would be? But if you are, and you happen to prefer listening to us than her, then you can check us out on the podcast formats of these here shows. We're on Apple Pods, Amazon, and we are also on Spotify, where you can actually watch the show back straight after this. It's uploaded. So if that's for you, then please get over there, give us a 5-star rating and a follow. Johnny, how you doing?
I'm very good. Spooky intro there, Sean. Very spooky. Yeah. Very topical.
Like Halloween?
Did you like our Halloween special setup? As you can see, no expense has been spared with our Halloween setup today.
Well, yeah, I can make it a little bit different if you fancy. How about that?
You know, I'm out the dodgy taxi. There you go. Beautiful. There you go. Yeah, I think that's better. Oh, I think I can see Dead Spence in the background.
I see Jed people.
Yeah. Dead people, or Wilson Odebat.
Yeah. Very good. Very good. Mate, how you feeling? How you doing? You recovered from your jet lag?
I had the most expensive taxi ride known to man. I flew into Heathrow. And I was desperate to make the Spurs 5, not let anybody down. And my taxi driver, he's a nice guy, but he's a bit old, and he completely forgot to pick us up. Then couldn't get an Uber. I thought, you know what? I'll get a black cab. How bad could it be? Got stuck in traffic. Took me an hour and a half, and cost me £151. Yes, £151 for the.
But how far is it? About 20 miles.
It would cost me 35 quid normally, 40 with a tip.
Black cabs are like the plumbers of the transport world, aren't they? It doesn't matter whether there's nothing else. It's you're paying for the time. You are paying for the time. If you're sat in a traffic jam, that's money they could be earning elsewhere. They must love traffic jams.
I said to the guy, if I was a tourist, if I just flew into London, and I landed there and I got in a cab, I need to get to my hotel, got caught in traffic and got £150 bill. That would be in my head forevermore about what being in London's about. So if you are, I know there's a lot of people who watch us from all over the place. I've had the same guy give me lifts. He's been brilliant, ever reliable. He just forgot. And then the Uber was half an hour. So I thought I'd take a risk, but, and an interesting thing, one other thing, I know this isn't an Uber show or a travel segment, but £89, Sean, for the Uber whilst I was in the airport. The second I got out the airport and we searched for it, like outside, we literally came out that bit, the taxi was £35 on Uber. That was the surcharge, £50 surcharge. When you call it inside the airport to when you call it outside the airport.
When you say outside the airport, though, do you mean outside of the actual airport jurisdiction or just outside of the lounge?
When you come, literally, you come out of the thing, bang. Yeah, you've gone.
So like you're in the airport car park, the short stay car park area.
Quarter of a mile out.
Oh, a quarter of a mile out. Okay. Yeah. I mean, so lesson learned then, right? Just get your cases and go for a 300 meter walk. Save yourself 50 quid.
Yeah. Or all
on this channel here, we don't just bring you football gossip, transfer news, views, and clues. We also bring you ways to save money. It's a shame Johnny didn't learn that lesson before he got a £150 black cab.
All I can say is I was in Edinburgh and it was full of Scottish people. right? Fantastic. Really, really lovely time. Tremendously friendly people. So anyone up who's watching from Scotland, from up there.
A lot of Scottish people in Scotland. A lot of Scottish people in Scotland.
No, I wouldn't say there's a lot of people from London in London, Sean.
Oh no! They're getting cancelled already.
Swiftly moving on. I'll just say to you, look at this, right? Finally arrived from downtown Wuhan. This is my COVID-ridden Cremonese shirt that I ordered a few months ago. It is absolutely top drawer. Look, it's even got
the collar's a little bit weird, though, isn't it?
No. It's a pop collar. It's
like old school Italian
poppers. Look,
yeah,
poppers. Do the whole thing up to the top. It's got everything on it. It's got the tags. What do you expect for 13 quid? Seriously. So I'm all Cremonese up.
Assist letter, maybe. I don't know.
Listen, I'm Cremonese up after all these months, and we'll come on to them later.
Mashing a Joe, big up to you, my man. Evertonian. You got a big game this weekend as well on Monday Night Football, haven't you?
Yeah,
Sean, I've been watching Flat Earth videos and debates non-stop since the other day. Get yourself over to Rabbit Hole Ramblings if you fancy letting us know how you feel about that. Good to see you, Joe. I hope you're okay. Big up to all of you. Big up to all of you that are here. Halloween special tonight, Sean. Yeah, maybe 3 for all. Maybe, mate. Maybe. Why not? We'll talk about the origins of Halloween, shall we? It's spookier than you think. Let's start with the top stories, mate, of the day. I'm not sure where we can start with, but there's a couple of interesting transfer news, views, and clues out there in the Tottenham world. Apparently, according to this guy James something, who's become a bit of an ITK. I don't know whether he's any good, but people in the WhatsApp group are saying that he's pretty good. He's on to things early. He's saying that Thomas Franks had a phone call with Ivan Toney, and that Ivan Toney's willing up for the project maybe, and he'd come in January, but it would be a short term, it'd be a loan at first. What do you think about that one?
What did he say? I've only come home. Who knows?
I want more money. Yeah,
I want my money. Listen, Ivan Toney, is he better than Richarlison? 100%. Is he better than Dom Solanke? In my opinion, 100% yes. Yeah. Is he better than Kolo Muani? No, because I think Kolo Muani is different gravy. But I would 100% take him in January on loan.
Is it feasible though, mate? Is it feasible?
Of course, it's look. He's probably, as this show's gone out, he's probably earned about 50 grand. Whilst we've earned about 8 quid.
Sell her at 8 quid.
Yeah, sell her at 8 quid. Right. He's probably but he's earning telephone numbers with no tax. They offered him all the gold he could eat to get out there, and he took it. And
why would he come back though?
Because he's got the money, he's lived the life, and if it's just for a 6-month loan, Sean.
Yeah, okay, but so let's talk about the 6-month loan. What motivation? So if he's earning 400 grand a week tax free, 100 grand on top of that in bonuses, so £500,000 tax free. If that was in the UK, he'd have to earn £1 million to make the same amount of money, right? Ain't no way anybody in the Premier League's paying 100% of his wages. Absolutely no chance. 100%. What motivation does is it Al Hilali plays? No, it's the other one, isn't it? It's Al Ali. I think he plays for Al Ali. What motivation does Al Ali have for going, okay, we'll let our star striker go to you for 6 months and we'll cover 50% of his salary?
World Cup, that's it. World Cup. He wants to be in the World Cup. I mean, whether or not he can make it as backup. Ollie Watkins has been up and down.
Sorry. I'm not saying what's his motivation. I hear you on that, and that's a fair point. What's Al Ali's motivation to go on then? We'll pay you 300 grand to go and score goals for Tottenham.
Keeping him sweet that he stays on for the next year after, maybe. Maybe he just says, look, let me go back for this 6 months so I can try and get in the England team, and then I'm back and I'll be here for the next 3 or 4 years. That maybe that's their motivation.
Possibly. I just don't. I don't think it's reality. Like, I know people are going to sit there and say, because I've just done a video on this, and I sort of predicted this would happen, and it probably will be. Someone will say it in the chat in a minute. Look at John Duran, right? He went for big money to Saudi, and then he went on loan to Turkey. So there is a precedent of someone getting paid a fortune and then very, very quickly moving back on loan somewhere else where Saudi Arabia is paying the lion's share of the salary. But I think that there's some relationships between Saudi and Turkey that doesn't exist with Tottenham and Saudi Arabia.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Sorry, I don't normally do this, but I like to address Sean, the boss Spurs. He says, Johnny, you need to stop drinking. Kolo Muani is an effing joke. Shows what you effing know about football. Doesn't fit. That's right, Sean. That's why PSG paid 95 million for him, 95 million euros for him. From Eintracht Frankfurt. That's why Juventus were desperate to try and sign him, and he went to Juventus and from the January did really well. That's why he was one of their best players in the Club World Cup. You're basing your findings on a guy who had a dead leg for a month and isn't anywhere near fully fit. I can accept your thing that he's no good when it comes to the end of his loan period. Right now, I'm not accepting Xavi Simons is no good or that he's no good because there's a long way to go yet. A long way to go. Sorry, Sean.
For sure. No, for sure. No, 100% it's too early days to write him off.
Yeah.
But look, everyone's entitled to their opinion. If maybe he never rated him. Maybe Sean DeBoss never rated him at PSG or Juve or potentially even Frankfurt before that. You know, or was it Ajax or Frankfurt? Where was he before?
Yeah, Eintracht Frankfurt, PSG. Juventus, Tottenham Hotspur. You see his career is going upward.
Yeah, there's no need to be rude though, Sean.
Yeah.
So we're having a friendly chat here, mate. This is a friendly, fun show. So let's keep it civil. You know, maybe he's a fan of Cremonese's arch rivals, mate. Maybe he's just annoyed that you're wearing you're macking some ops shirt.
See, he's bitter. He's obviously he's definitely not a Roma fan, that's for sure. I think, look, Tony, we know what Tony offers us. Do we think that being in the Saudi Pro League would mean that he's lost his edge? That sort of competitive.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing, right? There's only one player that's made it back from Saudi into the Premier League, and they didn't come directly. They went via Ajax. That's Jordan Henderson. There's no other player that's left the Prem or left anywhere and then come to the Prem after Saudi, apart from him. So, you know, but look, he's banging in the goals though, Johnny. He's scoring for fun out there.
Oh, he is. I mean, look, there's another one out there I couldn't believe that went out there that I would have taken at Spurs if he's anywhere near as good. There's Ruben Neves.
Oh yeah.
You know, but where is he? We need that type of.
He was one of the first. He was one of the first players that that broke the mold of. Oh, it's just a place for the graveyards of ex-great footballers. Yeah. He went at the peak of his powers, and he stayed out there. To be honest, he's been out there for 2, 3. Is it 3 seasons now?
Yeah, it must be getting on for 3 seasons now. But I mean, he's the type of player that you'd love to have now that can unlock defenses. You know, a real proper baller. But listen. Tony, being the mercenary was probably looking at numerous clubs, but quite what the relationship will be between Thomas Frank and Ivan Toney. How supportive was Thomas Frank during his ban? Was he not supportive? And if he wasn't supportive, then I couldn't think of any reason for him to come back, you know?
Yeah. Do you think there's any truth to this, maybe, mate? Mr. Wignall, big up to you. He's saying, issue with Muani is he doesn't look interested. His heart's in Juve. He definitely wanted to stay at Juve. 100% he wanted to stay at Juve, but in the end, PSG got pissed off with Juve messing around. Listen, I'm not as... I rate Kolo Muani, I do. I'm not as in love with him as you are. Like I don't sort of rate him as highly as you do, Johnny, but I definitely think he's a top player when he's motivated and when he's up for it. But I think that there might be something to the fact that he's kind of like, there's no option, there's no obligation. It's just a straight loan. Those sorts of things generally come with like the player didn't want an option. The player doesn't want to be at Tottenham. He's here because he couldn't be where he wants to be. So I'm not suggesting he is also not unfit. He definitely isn't fit. He's definitely had an injury and all that stuff. But is there a part of him maybe that is a little bit, I don't really want to be at Tottenham?
Well, listen, look, everything's possible because, Juventus kept him hanging on in the belief that he was going to sign. They didn't get rid of Vlahovic, and therefore they didn't have the money. And it proved to be not a bad thing not to go there at the end of the day, because Juventus are having a shit season. I think Spalletti has just signed there as the new manager, but they've had a terrible season. Look, like I said, I'm looking at the Kolo Muani that I saw playing for Juventus from January onwards, and I'm looking at the Kolo Muani that starred for France in the World Cup and was at Eintracht Frankfurt. We could easily be getting a B version of that as Spurs, but I'm not going to say that that's the case until I've seen him.
Yeah, 100%. I completely agree with that. Yeah. Like he might be a Jadon Sancho, gets the money and then sort of falls off, or he might just be someone that's unfit. Then when he gets up to speed, like he could be Gareth Bale. When Gareth Bale came back to Tottenham for his second stint, he took 4 months to get fully fit and up and running, and then he was pretty good, wasn't he? In that second, it was just such a shame that we played that season without any fans.
Here's some breaking news. Breaking news. Christian Romero, Destiny Udogie and Wilson Odobert are all fit to face Chelsea, according to Thomas Frank.
Who is? Wilson Odobert, Romero and?
Destiny Udogie.
Oh, that's a turn up, Johnny.
And
bit of good news. Bit of Friday news. Love that.
Yes. Breaking news. And that's all thanks to Magic J44 at Spurs, who sent me that. Thanks, Magic. You know you are. And thanks for that bit of info. Now that is
it legit? Who's Magic J? Is he a journalist or something?
Who? No, it's on Spurs Watch. It's breaking Spurs Watch. It's saying. Yeah, Spurs Watch, according to Thomas Frank. Unless Thomas Frank is lying, right?
Yeah, wow. Okay, Spurs Watch. Christian Romero, Udogie and Odobert are available to face Chelsea, according to Thomas Frank.
Yeah.
The press conference must be going on right now, is it?
Yeah, well, that's really good. You heard it here first, live on Football Stink. Yes?
That is Football Stink. Careful, mate. That name will stink.
Yeah.
No, don't do that, Johnny. You've given the haters
Oh, the haters. Yeah.
It's actually a great name, to be honest. Football Stink. There you go. Yeah, it's legit. It is legitimate. Wait a minute. That's not it. What am I doing here? Go back. No. Oh, that's why I'm on the wrong page. Here it is. Christian Romero, Udogie, Wilson Odobert face to fit Chelsea. That's
Thomas
good.
Stank, Tango said, Thomas Stank loves Football Stink.
Wow. No live tweeting during the press conferences, 100%.
No live tweeting, sure.
Other story though, Johnny, just quickly. It's not all about Tottenham, obviously. We're going to be going around the house.
While we are on Spurs, on a Halloween theme, right? On a Halloween theme, I'd like to thank Tottenham Hotspur for these, right? Thomas Frankenstein. While we're on the Halloween thing, Thomas Frankenstein, Matthias Hell, Witch Arlison,
very good.
Dead Spence,
nice.
Dejan Drakulevsky, Chucky Van.
That's a stretch. That's a bit of a stretch. What was the last one? Sorry.
Yeah, Chucky Van de Ven, James Maddy-Zombie.
Okay.
How about this one? Stabby Simmons.
Oh, nice.
Rodrigo Benton Curse.
Nice. Very good.
Wilson Odobert. There you go. Thanks very much, Tottenham Hotspurs, for those.
Yeah, that is screams Chat GPT. That absolutely screams it.
Obviously been busy for those ones. Anyway,
I know another story about Tottenham though. Before we do move on to other stories, Dusan Vlahovic is apparently we've been given the green light. If we want it, £15 million, 20 million euros, January can happen. Vlahovic is up for it. The Don is behind it, and we've basically got a front run on it, mate. Because there's lots of teams that might be looking at him. Barcelona might be looking at him. Other teams in the Premier League might be looking at him. I think there's a team in Germany, a top team in Germany that are looking at him, but none of them want to do anything in January because they'd rather wait until his contract expires and then go after him in the summer. So Tottenham, if they want to pay the 15 bar, we should have some money to do some bits. And I'd make the argument, mate, that I know it might not be, some people want Samuel Agahauer, Ivan Toney, and Semenyo. I don't think those things are realistic. Would you take right now Ademola Lookman for 35 million and Dusan Vlahovic for 15? 50 million quid, and you've got an absolute bulldozing forward line there, haven't you?
Tell me something. What about his wages? Room to be like £350,000 a week.
Yeah, but he knows he's not going to get that when he goes wherever he goes next. He's never going to get that again.
True. The one thing we know about Dusan Vlahovic, fantastic in the air. And what is Thomas Frank's?
Set pieces, right? Set pieces.
Correct.
Another monster, another big unit in there.
All in the box, He'll be our Gabriel up front.
And he can hold the ball up really, really well. Yeah. Like, really well. Like his first touch is delicious. He can hold the ball up on the halfway line. If we're doing this channel game that we seem to be playing a lot of, I don't mind it, mate. I don't mind. He's not my first choice, but the market is so dry. It's like an oasis in a desert. Like, I think he is the oasis.
Feast to famine. That's what we've gone. Feast in the summer of strikers to famine now. And who, when you look at it, has got the best deals? I would say probably Ekitike and Voltemade, maybe.
Yeah. Voltemade, I think. Well, Ekitike is amazing, but they paid a lot of money for him. Voltemade for 52 million? Something like that? Was it 50 million I think they paid for him?
Yeah.
He looks like such an unbelievable player. 6'6", cracking in the air. Even though, believe it or not, like when he was playing in Germany, he didn't score any goals with his head. I think that was just the way that they played. But he seems to be very capable with the ball at his feet, very capable with the ball in the air. He's a clever player as well. He's really good footballing IQ. And he's got a wonderful moustache. So what's not to like?
It's worth buying him. It's Movember.
Was it 70 million quid, was it, James? So I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's Movember.
He's got a march. He's stolen the march on the rest of the footballing fraternity with his moustache for Movember. Yeah.
Some of the local women I know will be growing a moustache, no doubt, in Movember in support of I might
do Movember. I might just shave everything off apart from the moustache. Fancy doing it?
Just give yourself a little. What's his name? Lookman is AFCON in December.
Yeah.
So ain't gonna happen, is it?
Well, you
can't sign him.
We bought Kota Takai, and he hasn't played a bean in 4 months.
No, but you can't sign him during the tournament. The tournament starts in December. The market's not open until January.
Yeah, but you could probably sign him. I'm sure that stuff could be.
Maybe Ricky go get Vlahovic, send Ricky on loan to Everton or to Saudi to replace Ivan Toney or what have you. Maybe that will do.
Ricky looks so fed up, doesn't he, mate? He looks so frustrated all the time. He looks like he's miserable. I think he knows that the second Solanke's fit and the second that Moran is up to speed, he's third choice.
Yeah. Another player, two more. We've got to move on, but two other players linked to Spurs are Jared Bowen. Can't see that one happening personally, and one player that Spurs wanted, former Manchester City defender Eric Garcia, but he cemented his position now very much so at Barcelona, and they're looking to sign him on a new contract. That has well and truly.
It doesn't make much sense anyway, mate. Eric Garcia, he's a right-footed, right-sided centre back, quality player, brilliant. We need a left-footed, left-sided player. Like even Kevin Danso, you know, I've only seen him put in one shit show performance, and I think that was against Newcastle because he got played out on the left-hand side. I said this in the video I just did as well. Like this notion that people think that because you're a defender, you should be able to just play both sides. It's rubbish. Yeah. It's so because it's entirely different. You're not.
Jed Spence is one of the rare. Jed Spence is one of the rare animals that has bought his whole career playing right back. And is playing left back, and he gets criticised. He gets criticised no matter how well he defends. Yeah, but he can't attack, right? You know,
he looked good against Newcastle attack.
They have it because he's learning how to attack on the left side, even though he's right footed and not cut in, working on his weaker foot. Sean.
Well, no, I mean to be honest, when he dragged the ball forward, he did a couple of nutmegs. It reminded me of the Danny Rose nutmeg in the Champions League semis. And then when he does drive the ball forward, he does drive inwards. He cuts in with it, but he still broke like 2 or 3 of the moves that we created that were nice started with him. So you know, I've been someone that says that he's not really good enough with the ball, but fair play. He had a good performance, I thought, at least offensively. Anyway, let's have a little look, see mate, at some of the other.
Do you want to quickly do the super chats, Sean? We've got a couple of super chats.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. By the way, Dino Houdini, always here, mate. Thank you very much, my man. Appreciate you so much, buddy. The Super Sticker train well and truly commenced. If you want to jump on board, you know what to do. Do what Dini did. Do what the Dini did. Shut up. Dino, you have been selected as the official the chats version today, mate. You put your hand up, and of course, you're not a member, mate, but you are the super generous guy and super loyal and super supportive, mate. So 100%, Dino, you are selected. So hang around, mate, in about, 15, 20 minutes or whatever. When we do the predictions, we'll get your takes on it. Big up to you. Big up to Toby Juan Kenobi-san as well. Big up, lads. Great to see you both. Great to see you, Toby. Hope you're okay, my man. Hope you're okay. Hope you're enjoying your Friday. Let me know if any of you guys are out trick-or-treating later. Is this, or your kids, if you've got kids, is it something that still happens? My street is like not the sort of street where kids knock on the doors. I hope, at least.
Sean, is it wrong to trick or treat your wife? While she's in bed.
Like if someone knocks on the door and you go, "You want a treat? Yeah, take her out for a couple of hours."
While she's in bed, let me in.
Big up to James as well. Big up to you, mate. Choo to you, James. Thank you very much for your super sticker, buddy. Where are we picking you up from, James? Well, you got a nice little icon there of like a picture of a green field.
Yeah, let us know where you're from if you're new in the chat and who you support. Because we got fans from all over the place.
Appreciate you all. Jonny, let's. I want to talk to you about this situation. Sunderland's midfield duo lead the way for distance covered in the Premier League this season. Right, we know how brilliant Granit Xhaka's been and what a signing he's been. Another player that they signed that I think we spoke about, we knew he was going to be a monster, Noah Siddiqui. What a player he is. They are... Sorry?
He scored the goal the other night.
Scored the goal, yep. He builds boats as well in his spare time. And the animals went on 2 by 2. Granit Xhaka and Noah Siddiqui are the only two players that have already run in 9 games over 100 kilometres. Fucking hell. Elliot Anderson just behind. Daniel Munoz and Sander Berge and Morgan Rogers. I mean, that is a mobile front six. That's the sort of... We need a profile like that, don't we? Need a profile.
I'm amazed. Sander Berge is one of those players I just kept thinking was going to go to a top club. And he's never really done it. The interesting thing about Sunderland is I'm not sure. Is it 6 players they're losing for AFCON?
Yeah, they're gonna get raided for AFCON.
Which is going to
be their down. That's going to be their downfall. I think it might be more than 6, mate. I think they've got a lot of players going.
That's why they signed 13 players.
Yeah, but listen, like if they can hang around the sort of top 6 until mid-December, and on their form, they're very like. We said it, didn't we? We said that there'd be no problem with them. That like they look fantastic, and you know their setup. Their manager is unbelievable. I forget his name. I'd never heard of him before.
Lebris, is it?
Debris, yeah, that's it. Debris, yeah. He's unbelievable, isn't he? What he's doing there, he seems to get the most out of every single one of them. Like he's someone that's sort of getting 105% or whatever of their potential.
He's doing everything that he's come into the league. He's never been in the league before. He's bought far too many. He's done everything. Like bought far too many players for them all to bed in. Yet he's managed to make them all blend. But as we said right from the beginning, those who followed the show, right from the transfer window, we thought Granit Xhaka was going to be the signing of probably one of the signings of the entire window. At his age, and still, like you're saying, Sean, picking out those running stats, still producing those running stats, quite incredible.
Interesting story from a guy called Fode Mane, who is a sports journalist. He's saying that Liverpool know they need a long-term replacement for Mo Salah and are lining up Brighton winger Yankuba Minteh, what a player he is, by the way, as an option. A bid worth over £100 million would be needed to prize him away from Brighton. Mate, what a player he is, by the way. He's so good.
Oh, I love him, mate. Honestly, he's. Oh, listen, when I was going on when we played them, how good a player he is, and a guy was on the train. I can't remember if it was on the train or when we got there out in the courtyard. He was going, mate, stop going on about this Minty. And I wish I'd have seen him on the ground because he scored after he scored their first goal.
Yeah,
should have scored, but he did score. Really good player.
£100 million though?
No. Every single player you want from Brighton, you're 80 million upwards.
Yeah.
No matter who he is, because they have.
I do rate him, but nowhere near that level. If you're Liverpool, and let's say that Mo Salah does leave in the summer, right, and that we spoke about this a couple of days ago, didn't we? What's the right price for a 33, 34-year-old by then? Maybe 70 million quid. Saudi would probably pay 70 million quid because of the brand and the marketability. And then you go and turn that money and you go and replace him. Do you go and get a Minteh, or do you go and get a Jarrod Bowen, or do you go somewhere else?
Look, I think it's very hard to sign anyone in January. I mean, if you're West Ham and you're still in the dog shit come January, you're not selling Jarrod Bowen, right? Simple as that. No matter what the money, because you need him. He's probably the one that's going to help you staying up. So it's very difficult to get quality players unless there's financial pressures. And also, as we discussed, normally historically, the Champions League would have been over before the January transfer window started, wouldn't it, Sean?
Usually the group stages usually finished at in December, didn't they?
Yeah, so basically, if a club was out, you could maybe nick their star player. They can make some money. They're not going to make any more. But if it's still jeopardy, they're not going to want to sell that player until the end of the window. And I think the last game is something like 4 or 5 days before the end of the January transfer window. So very, very difficult to do any business with anybody right now. I think loans are more possible, to be honest. Loans with options.
So there you go. I know it's early days in the Champions League, but any of these teams at the bottom here that might be out, look at Benfica. If Benfica and Ajax are going to struggle to qualify if they lose this week.
My mate's got a player at Copenhagen. His name's typical Brazilian. His name's Robert.
Robbie. Look, I mean, there's a chance. I mean, how many points did we say you needed? I think is it 12 points to get yourself in the 9th to 24 points thing?
Yeah, the playoffs. I mean, realistically, most teams will head for playoffs with the hope, obviously, of getting into the top 8 and avoiding those extra 2 games.
Yeah, but these teams down here, Ajax, Benfica. I don't think anyone from Kairat Almaty would be looking to transfer in January.
From Ajax. Benfica's probably the most likely. Bayer Leverkusen have sold most of their players.
They've still got a few. They've still got
they sold majority though, haven't they?
I'll bring up now. Hang on 1 second. Let's look at Benfica for a second. Benfica squad.
But that's the thing, Foxy. You know, Foxy's going crazy money. Minte was signed for 7 million 2 seasons ago from Franchelis in the Danish league, and you know that is the beauty of the model. Just quickly changing the subject, Sean. I was up in Edinburgh and I was talking to the taxi driver, and we talked about football. And I asked him, who does he support? And he said, Hearts. I said, you must be over the moon with Tony Bloom. He said, what that guy's done. He said he's only bought a small stake, not a massive stake. But what he's done, he's given us his data model. Yeah. We've signed a guy from Norway's second division. We signed a guy from Portugal's second division, I think, and a guy from Union Gaulois. He said, and he's transformed us with this data model that he has in one window. One window. He's provided us with players that
they're singing songs about him, mate. He's got a song.
Yeah, mate.
What other club has a song for their fucking owner?
Daniel Levy, get out of our club.
What? Let me rephrase. What other club has a positive song about their owner?
Or Ratcliffe or the Glazers? No, but listen. They were like this. They were praising him. People, the fans last week. I don't know if anyone saw it.
Yeah, I saw it in the Celtic game. Yeah, I saw it after the game. Yeah,
3-1. They beat them 3-1. Listen, they were only 8 points ahead. Interestingly, just quickly asking you the question: is Martin O'Neill protesting too much? He's only there for a couple of days. 73 years of age. 20 years since he was last at Celtic. He's come back. He's won his first game. Do you think he's come back and he's going, no, not me. But deep down.
Yeah, he wants the job. Of course he does.
Even at 73, he's got the energy for it.
Of course, mate. He still goes up and goes to work at TalkSport once every couple of weeks.
Kieran McKenna has said no. And now they seem to be ruling out Ange Postecoglou. Has he fallen now? Is the hero? Do they not want the return of the hero, the great Ange Postecoglou?
Mate,
or do you never go back?
I think maybe like it's damaged goods.
Yeah, you never go back, do you?
Not just that as well. I just think that people look at Ange Postecoglou a little bit differently now, because he was a rising star, went to Celtic and did what he did, and now he's like, I mean, I don't know. You know how he sort of perceives it. Like, he's always looking for a reason to be like. He's a very defensive, indignant character. Like I said, I know I've met so many countless people in sales companies around the world that are exactly like him. Like, talk a good game, always can spin a yarn as to why it's not their fault and why the perception is bullshit. And they convince themselves of that reality, and they are entirely incapable of seeing it from the perspective of the other. Even though they'll be able to say like, yeah, you can see it that way, but here's another perspective. They'll acknowledge that there is the perspective, but they won't ever indulge whether it's real. And for me, I just think that Ange Postecoglou, once that sort of that glimmer is off, the novelty's worn off with Ange Postecoglou, and I think people realise now that all that sort of what's the thing? All that glitters isn't gold, or whatever.
Tell me something. Is Tony Bloom the best owner in European football? You know, he took invested 100 million of his own money to take Brighton from where they were to where they are today, a mainstay of the Premier League, self-sufficient. He's gone to Union Gaulois, no traditional thing, won the title with them. No complaints from any of the fans about him and what he's done out there. And now he's gone to Hearts, promising to break the duopoly that's existed for 40 years. No team outside Celtic and Rangers have won the Scottish Premier League since Alex Ferguson in '87. It's a long time.
He hasn't done it yet. He might do it, but he hasn't done it yet.
To do it, if he wants to do it,
it's a different conversation. What I would say about Bloom is he is unbelievable at his discipline, what he's good at. He's obviously that Star Lizard thing that he's got from the sports betting prop bets thing. Obviously, it translates and it runs over, and there's lots of sort of synergies there. So it makes a lot of sense. But he's a master in that. But he's not a master at the other divisions of what football ownership requires, right? He's not a master of commercial. He's not a master of I guess keeping hold of players, keeping hold of the best people, because he hasn't kicked on. Like it's easy to get. It's not easy, but it's easier to get a team from promoted to stable to 7th or 8th or 9th. But he hasn't qualified for Europe very many times, and there's other areas of the ownership game that I think that he. I'm not saying he's bad at, but he's just nowhere near as good as others.
It's harder in the Prem, but he's gone to Union Goalscorer and he's qualified for the Champions League and all the huge riches that were never afforded a team like that in European football. Should he manage to do it with Hearts? Hearts had never seen £100 million, or £80 million, or £50 million in their life.
Even if they win, don't they still have to qualify?
Yeah, but they do. But I'm just saying, they still get a lot more money than they would get.
100%. Listen, he's one of the best for sure. Yeah. He's one of the best, 100%. And I was about to say he's not great at negotiating, but actually he is, because he got 100 million for Caicedo. He got he got there's a lot of players out there that he got top money from, right? Or top money for. So he's very good, and he knows, I guess, when the right time to sell players is, especially if he's got the next guy coming through that can sort of the succession plan. He's very good at that. There's lots of things that he's excellent at, but he also has a lot. He's I guess he's probably like kind of the Elon Musk of the football world, in as much as he uses data to find the right people to be able to do the right things as well. It's not just a one-man band. He's got people that apparently he even has like their social media girl. When that person decides to go and get pregnant or whatever and move on, do something else, have her life, go on with her life choices, they've already got someone lined up for the social media replacement.
Correct. What I'd like to know is
succession planning to the end.
Who else has been so successful in a multi-club model without raping and pillaging the
raping
and the finances of the club? We've seen with Dexter going from one club to the other. Yeah,
there goes the monetization. We did it again. Cancellation. We've done it again.
You've seen it going from one club to another. You've seen it so many times. And I think he just deserves a lot more credit than he receives. From the clubs. Yeah. And should he do it, I'd love to see him do it and break that duopoly come the end of the year. But we shall see. I
want to quickly just pivot to this thing. So we were looking at like potential clubs that might be already out, relatively incapable of progressing in the Champions League by the time that the window opens. There'll only be two match games left.
Yeah.
If it's Benfica, there's a name right at the top of that list, mate. Vangelis Pavlidis, top draw striker, bangs the goals in. Is he capable of doing it in the Premier League? In the Premier League, I don't know, but he's on a lot of clubs' his name is on a lot of clubs' lips, right? And also Antonio Silva as a centre back. Is there a chance maybe that the January window might be something that can be accessible to a team like Benfica if they end up getting 0 points from, say, 5 games? If their poor start continues, maybe there's a team there that you could go and raid.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they're historically they produce players and they sell them for huge sums of money, a bit like Brighton.
Yeah,
and just keep doing it. One stat that's just popped up, Sean, really hurts me, but Arsenal in October 2025 are the first English team in the history of the game to play 6 games in a month, win them all without conceding a goal.
In the history of the Premier League?
Yeah.
What's even more scary is that they probably only had about 2 shots against them on target in that period as well.
Yeah, and they rotated.
I mean, yeah, no good. It's pretty despondent, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's why some Spurs fans are up in arms about Thomas Frank's performance, because in a normal season they'd be saying, well, it's quite good progression, really.
Yeah, at the same time, as much as I understand that stuff, mate, like forget about Arsenal. Just run your own race. Run your own race. They're coming at it from a different set of advantages and a different set of I don't know what you want to call it, generosity from their owners or manipulation, whatever. Like, run your own race. Tottenham Hotspur aren't going to win the league this year. Someone has to win the league this year. If we can finish top 4 and then really invest, then we can. I mean, what a cracking game! Like, if next season, if there's any chance at all that next season it was an Arsenal Tottenham title race, would be the best season ever, wouldn't it? It'd be absolutely phenomenal.
Look, they deserve all the credit. Look, they're going to get. They deserve the credit, but they're also getting the criticism. But football's changed. Everyone's saying that Arsenal, they're only winning in set pieces. It's not just Arsenal. There are multiple clubs now. Goals and open play are not as common as they are from set pieces and, all the other bits and pieces that are going on. We've seen more long balls in the Premier League this season than I can ever remember. Slot was saying after 7 games, he'd faced 175 long balls, 75 of them against Ruben Amorim's Man United. So, we got to look at a broader spectrum. I think most of the focus is on Arsenal because they're top of the league, but they're doing it. They're not conceding chances, they're not conceding goals, and they're scoring goals because they're playing against low block. If you want to come out and you want to try and play against Arsenal, they'll destroy you with the likes of Eze and Nonoeki and all the rest and Saka. It's as simple as that, in my opinion. By the way, Sean, Chelsea have apparently submitted a proposal to Juventus to get them out their financial...
Kenan Yildiz, right?
Yeah, Kenan Yildiz.
I'd be surprised if they were let him go. But if they can, we've got to compete with that. Why do Chelsea need another winger, Johnny? Why do they need another winger? It's ridiculous. Hello? Is that Chelsea? Yeah, it's Amazon here. Got another one for you. Yeah, put it down the back with the rest, mate. They can't even get the kid that came from Dortmund, Jamie Gittins, scores an absolute banger, by the way, against Wolves in injury time. Absolute peach of a goal. Barely gets any minutes, mate. Well, why do they need another winger? It's ridiculous.
I don't understand it. As I used to joke, they've got more wingers than Nando's. It's ridiculous, but is Yildiz another step up? I saw Chelsea fans complaining about Garnacho. They've only just signed him,
and he's quality, by the way. He's keeping Jamie Gittins out of the team. And Yildiz plays on the same side. He plays on the left as well. You can't do it again, Chelsea. Please leave some for someone else. They're like the greedy kid that goes around knocking on doors on Halloween, and the parent, like the house, has left a bucket of sweets outside. Just help yourself. And he's gone. Just emptied the bag.
I mean, we're playing them on the weekend. They've got Pedro Neto. They've got Gittins. They've got Garnacho. They want Yildiz. And they've got others that are knocking about.
They have so many. It's madness. Absolute madness. Got a quick super sticker for us. Martin Knightsbridge, big up to you. Choo to you. He's saying, grape, Johnny, grape. Johnny, choo. Pick me up in Spain. Big up to you, Martin. I hope you're okay, my man. Look at that dog. Look at the dog in your... The dog's got a bigger head than you there, Martin. That's madness. Big up to you, man. Thank you very much. Appreciate the super chat. Very cool of you. Johnny, other stories they made. So look, if Kenan Yildiz is available, you go after him, right? If Chelsea apparently are like, all over this one, Paratici, do your thing. This is your world, mate. This is your thing. Do it. Get it done. At the same time, there's other stories out here regarding Osimhen, Victor Osimhen. Now, there's a striker.
Hang on a second, right? He's just signed a Saudi Arabia King's ransom deal to go to Turkey, which none of us can understand how they can possibly afford it. It's probably the biggest and greatest deal ever signed in the whole history of Turkish football. Is he unsettled, Sean?
Yeah. Well, have you seen the Galatasaray press, mate? If you're a striker that's a little bit languid, a little bit like, you know what, I'm just going to sort of stroll around and do my thing and then put it top bins, that kind of style. Galatasaray's managerial press, forward press is absolutely obscene. They make these guys run around like 100 sprints in the first half to try to get it. And he looks absolutely fucking shattered.
You what they were getting?
I'll go to London. I'll easy life in the Prem rather than this press bullshit. What are we doing here?
Do you think Chelsea will also go for Semenya? Maybe store them up?
I don't know where they're getting the money. I don't know how they can afford to do it. I don't know. They're under a UEFA sanction, Johnny.
Yeah.
They're still under.
I mean, that's just going to come out. This is what I'm saying. It's going to come out. We're going to find out in January because I don't know how they're paying off the discrepancy. What was it? They had to find 200 million, wasn't it?
Something like that. I think they had like something like a 200 million, 180 million transfer deficit that they needed to cover off, and it couldn't be done via players that weren't part of their team in last season's UEFA squad.
Yeah.
And so the same thing goes again. I don't know. I've got no idea where they're up to on that basis, mate. But like, you can't possibly convince me that Chelsea are going to go after another winger. Like, it's just mental.
Tell me something. Could they sell the pitch to themselves?
What's that? Sorry.
Could they sell the pitch to themselves to cover the debt?
Yeah.
I mean, they've sold the hotel, they've sold the women's football team. What about the catering division? I tell you, one team though, that looks like it's turned the corner and are committed to spending more and more money, even though their owner said, Jim Ratcliffe said there wasn't any money, is Manchester United.
Have you got the quote there?
No, I haven't, but I know that Manchester United is still keen on Elliot Anderson, and there's growing sense that the Nottingham Forest midfield wants to make a step up in his career. Even Paqueta is another one on their list. The one Jason Wilcox is a big fan of, and we've mentioned him many times, the Stuttgart midfielder, Angelo Stiller, who could be a realistic target. Wilcox said, we have got to buy the right players who are talented, but also can deal with the pressure, who can take the squad forward. It's not always about just signing elite talent. They've got to have the right character and be someone who can bring something different to the team.
Yeah. He also said, we're really happy with where we are. We know we have got to improve. And the players, they never will be satisfied. Ruben will never be happy. I will never be happy. It's just how we are built. Before that, he said, for us to get in the top four and consistently challenge for Champions League places, win the Champions Leagues, win the Premier Leagues, we've got to invest in the squad.
Can I just add?
Is Jason Wilcox punching a little bit too early there, mate? Like they're on the back of 3 wins. Maybe that geezer with the long hair can get his hair cut, but like, I mean, they're not exactly like pulling up any trees, are they? What are we doing?
They're not, but I was going to ask you, are they going to be the surprise contender to come in behind Arsenal? When you're looking at what Chelsea are doing, watching at Liverpool, Manchester City without Rodri, you know, is Bournemouth going to do a Leicester and keep going there? But you think 1 or 2 injuries would go. But Ruben Amorim's already getting his excuses in already, Sean. He's saying that he expects Manchester United to suffer greatly and struggle when they lose Brian Mbeumo and Amad Diallo. But Spurs fans should not be complaining when Spurs are missing 12 players, but he's already, he doesn't use
lost them yet, but he's lining up the excuses.
Lining up the excuse already that losing Mbeumo and Diallo, well, I suppose that's, left and right wing attacks, or whatever. So, but he's lining up the excuses already. Bit fresh.
Wait, this is the same geezer that 3 weeks ago was saying, sack me. I'll never change. I'll never change. If they want me to do something different, find a different guy. He was begging for the sack at Grimsby, sitting there, scuffing, looking at the floor for a 22-minute penalty shootout debacle. This same guy, suddenly, Jason Wilcox has put his head above the parapet and saying, no, if we want to win the Premier League and the Champions League, we're all very happy. Shut the F up, mate. You've had a couple of good weeks.
He's now the Messiah.
What are we doing here?
It's not even Easter yet, and he's declaring himself the Messiah, Amorim. Look, I don't think look, we all laughed at the suggestion that Man United could turn it round, but have they turned it around, Sean? I think
too early, mate. It's too early. It's 3 games.
Yeah, it is 3 games, but that guy will be praying that he gets his hair cut. Otherwise, he's not even going to get through the turnstile.
And that's one of the reasons why I've made a spicy prediction for this weekend, because they got Palace away, right?
No, is it Palace or is
Forest?
it Forest?
Sorry, Forest. They got Forest away. Forest away. Sean Dyche or Tommy the Tank Engine are going to have to make that guy. I wonder how long his hair is right now. It must be about 12 inches.
He can't get out of the stadium. If you're looking for a guy with an 8 foot wide afro, you'll spot him easy. But listen, I'm surprised he's getting in the excuses. What about Arne Slot, Sean? Before we move on to the thing, what is going on there? 60 defeats in the last 7. At most clubs, that would mean you could be on your way out. How much has he got in the bank after last season's success, would you say? Because I see a lot of Liverpool fans turning on him, which is quite incredible.
Yeah. He's getting a little bit... As Liverpool's form has dipped, he's got a little bit too cocky. He's got his arrogance is starting to show through. And I think that last season it was really nice. He was complimentary about every other manager. It's easy to be that way when you're when you're front and centre in the league and not really got too many in the way of challenges. But when things get a little bit tough, when you hit a rocky road, you start to show your real character. Liverpool fans are a special type of... They'll take you under their wing and they will love you like they're part of the family. But if you piss them off, they will cut you out.
Well, we had Anthony's given me an update. Anthony Clark, we have 9 injuries, not 12. Anthony, I was talking about as of Wednesday, mate. Obviously, with 3 coming back. Thanks for the update. Yes, but Arne Slot, as we mentioned the other day, Arne Slot is more open than Bonnie Blue. And they're going
to lose out on Mark Gahey, by the way.
Pardon?
Looks like Gahey's going to Real Madrid.
Yeah, I said to you, if they miss out on him, everyone else is in. They're selling him the story. Come and work with Bellingham. Yeah, Trent. He would be getting them on the phone.
Imagine if they lose out on him and Canate also goes to Real Madrid as well. Real Madrid's got two worldy players on a freebie.
Well, mind you, the way Canate's played, be lucky to get to Wigan, mate. I think he was already in Real Madrid. By the way he's been playing, his head's in the clouds. But no, I think Gahey will go to Real Madrid. That was my bet. Listen, he's his own man. He'll go where he wants. He's quite headstrong. Pedro has announced that he plans to leave Lazio at the end of the season when he becomes a free agent. I want Lazio to qualify for Europe, then it'd be time for me to leave.
Pedro.
Oh,
Pedro.
Yeah.
Right.
Kim Min-jae. He's too injured, isn't he? There's lots of interest from him from the Premier League, for Juventus. Is he too injury prone, Sean? Because he seems to have been constantly injured. I've seen him in his career.
Yeah, I do rate him though. I do like him, but look, Eric Dyer kept him out, didn't he?
Well,
Eric Von Dyer kept him out of the Bayern Munich team last season. So it's I think that sort of story is a little bit sunset. He's getting on now, isn't he? Kim Min-jae, is he 31?
He must be getting on. He's definitely getting on.
No, he's 28. Sorry, my bad.
Well, he feels like he's been 31. He feels like he's been here for a while.
Should we do some predicciones, Johnny?
Yeah, we can do the predicciones or a quick trip to the foreign parts if you want, whichever you want.
Where do you want to
go? Well, we can go to Italy, mate. Let's go to Italy.
It's that time once again. It's time to check in. We're going round the world to all our second teams.
Yes, my team, Cremonese. won 2-0 away from home against bottom of the club, Genoa. I don't, but I thought I'd mention it. And they are now up to, where are we, Cremonese? We're up to 8th, Sean. Pretty impressive, but not as impressive as, well, listen, for a team that was favourite to go down, Cremonese are doing fantastic. But your team, Roma,
second in the league, my man. Second in the league.
Joint top with Napoli, who managed to arrest a bit of a decline, but not a very convincing 1-0 win over Lecce the night before. Are the wheels coming off, Sean? Are the wheels?
Napoli, yeah, 100% they are. 100% they are. Who scored in that game? And Artem Dovbyk. Dovbyk, a player. What a player Dovbyk is, by the way. So what was the which one? Napoli? Yeah, Napoli. What's his name? He's having an absolute nightmare, isn't he?
Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne is out now for months.
Anguissa, Frank Anguissa. We spoke about him. He was a free transfer in the summer. Anguissa, what a player he is. DM.
Also, Højlund is injured at the moment, but they're looking to secure a permanent deal for him, which will be interesting to see. Juventus, I don't know what's going on. Vlahovic scored again, but from
he scored 7 goals, mate, this season already.
Yeah, but look, they won 3-1 against Udinese, but 2 of those, Sean, were penalties. They scored 1 goal in open play. Vlahovic, a penalty, and Kenan Yildiz. They only won the game late, the 96th minute at home to Udinese.
No, they were 2-1 up at that point.
Pardon?
They were 2-1 up already.
Yeah, 2-1 up, but they confirmed it. Obviously, it was on a knife edge at that point. There's
3 shots on goal, 12 on target. Their keepers had a decent game, Udinese. Kept 9 saves.
But they're 17th. They're 7th at the moment in the league. I don't know, Sean. Spalletti's come in now. He's going to have his own favourites, isn't he? Let's see. We'd like, as Marshall said, maybe Juventus can stay shit until the January transfer window when we can pick him up for not a lot.
Let's have a look at La Liga.
Yes, La Liga.
There's my club. How's Elche doing?
Well, Elche did all right.
We're doing well. We're We're 8th in the league, although we've had a bit of bad form. 2 defeats from 3 and 1 draw.
What did you make of the Real Madrid Barcelona derby, Sean? Fisticuffs at the end, trying to start a fight with a young kid. Really?
Andre Lunin sent off in the 90th and Pedri sent off in the 100th minute.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
It's basically I thought Barca were going to win this one, although they're away from home, but a 2-1 win for Real Madrid and Jude Bellingham, with the winning goal, but nothing really happened in the second half. Sometimes in these games where the fouling becomes more important than actually scoring the goals, amazingly. But they're now 5 points clear. The team that Spurs fans moan about, that it wasn't much of a victory to beat Villarreal 1-0 at home, sit in 3rd place. So they're having a very good season.
They are.
But you're...
Comesana.
Elche are up in 8th.
Yeah, one spot ahead of your club.
Correct.
Athletic Club.
We've slumped, mate. We've slumped. We can't win a game. Listen, Williams Jr., mate, what's happened to his form? People talking about £80 million for him. I can't see it. I can't see it at all. Anyway, should we go on to the predicciones?
Yeah, let's do some predicciones, shall we? All right. Are you still there, Mr. Houdini? I hope you're still there, my man. Need your help right now. Let's do some predicciones.
Who's gonna win this weekend? Gotta predict the scores. Gotta be Nostradamus, picking wins, losses and draws. Who's gonna win this weekend?
All right then, Johnny boy. Let's start off with who is it? Brighton against Leeds United. First game of the weekend, 3:00 kickoff.
What are you thinking?
Thoughts on the overall game? Let's get this.
Well, I think they'll bring back a lot of the main players, Minte, Welbeck, and the likes. And with Leeds, very strong at home, only one defeat in the last 13 months at Ellen Road, but not so brilliant away from home. I'm going to go for a 3-1 win to Brighton.
3. Well, oh, by the way, before we get into that, just to update everybody, at the scores on the doors, Johnny H3232 is on 52 points. The chat is on 59 points. And yours truly, I don't know what you want from me. This is what I do. I'm up the top end. It's 69 points. 10 points separates myself from Houdini and the chat.
Early
Then
doors.
there's another 7-point back. Johnny, you're going to catch up this weekend. I can feel it. You're saying 3-1 to Brighton?
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
And
I am going to go for... I think you hit the nail on the head there. But just to be different, I'm going to say 2-0. 2-0 to Brighton.
And Dean Law says 2-0 as well.
2-0 from the Houdini. Okie dokie.
Right.
Interesting game. Get everyone else play the game as well at home. Burnley versus Arsenal. Johnny boy.
Go first with this one. Burnley, obviously, solid defence, good defence. But, this is Arsenal. Will Burnley be undone by the low block? Interesting one. What are you going to go for, Sean?
I am going to go for 2-0.
To Arsenal, yeah?
Yeah.
Dean, what are you going for, mate?
Where's Houdini? What's that? 3-0, 4-0?
3-0. So I'm going to be really controversial here, and I'm going to go for...
Burnley at home?
Burnley at home.
I'm
going to be controversial here, and I'm going to go for a 0-0.
That'd be lovely. What did Houdini say?
3-0.
0-3. Okay. I'm going to change mine. Sorry, I'm changing mine to 1-0. 1-0 to Arsenal. Palace versus Brentford. Interesting game, this one, mate. Palace on the back of sort of going relatively full strength, I think, against Liverpool. They took it seriously. They smashed them to pieces. Liverpool didn't put out a first-team player, I don't think, or relatively not. I just wonder whether or not they're a little bit tired. I'm going to go for 1-1 here.
1-1?
Yeah.
Brentford rested players, but still managed to beat Grimsby. So It wasn't too much of a thing. I think Brentford are superb at home, not so brilliant away from home. Palace are good at home. I'm going to go 2-1 Palace.
Okay. Interesting.
Let's see, Dean, what's Dean gone for? Dean's gone for 3-0 Brentford. No, surely? Dean, can you confirm that? I think that's 3-0. Oh, no, 2-1. 2-1.
2-1 to Palace?
To Palace, yeah. Same as me.
Okay. Fulham versus Wolverhampton Wanderers, guys. Fulham versus Wolves. Johnny, what are you saying?
Well, two teams desperately in need of points. Fulham at home. Wolves can't buy a win. I'm going to go 2-0 Fulham and Pereira to get sacked.
Pereira gets sacked? He's just signed a new contract.
I know. He's going to get 3 years worth of pay. 2-0, I'm going.
Right. So 2-0 to Fulham. I am going to go for 0-0.
Who to?
0-0 to the fans. What's Houdini saying?
Dean, what are you saying for Fulham versus Wolves? Just waiting for that one.
Can't believe how bad Wolves are.
Yeah, I never thought they'd be this bad. Mind you, look, they sold They sold Matej Cunha and El Nouri, and they didn't do anything. 1-1, says Dean.
1-1. They got to start getting into the season. They have to start picking up something. It's ridiculous. Interesting game here, mate. Forest Man U. I'm going. I think I put this on the thumbnail. I think I said 2-1 to Forest to be a little bit controversial. The man with the hair is going to have to stay at least until 2026 at this stage if it goes my way. 2-1 to Forest. I just think that Sean Dyche is going to shut the United get a couple of victories and they get all a little bit punchy, like we're back in the big time. No, you're just having a momentary little glimmer of form. They are playing well, but let's not forget that they got smashed by Grimsby not that long ago. 2-1 Forest. Come on the Dyche. Come on the Dyche ball. What are you saying, mate?
I'm going to go 2-1 Manchester United. I'm going to go 2-1 Manchester United, an away win to keep the momentum going. I'm going to go 2-1. Was going to go 3-1, but I'm going to go 2-1. Yeah. Dean gone for 2-2. Not a bad call.
Where's Dino? Oh, there he is. 2-2.
2-2.
Not a bad call at all. Not a bad call.
Spurs beat Chelsea. Spurs, who haven't won at Stamford Bridge only once in the last 30 years. And in the last 2 games, Spurs have conceded 8 goals and scored 2 against Chelsea, losing both games 4-1. Who can forget the mental 4-1 game we played with them when we got the players sent off and we had 9 in a row in a line. And then last season, I think Mickey van der Ven got injured. We got 2 injuries in that game last year and lost 4-1. What are you going to go for, Sean?
I'm going to go for... I think I went for 2-2 last night on the Spurs 5, so I'll be consistent. I did put 2-1 in the thumbnail because I think didn't you say 2-1?
Yeah, for me, I'm going Spurs 2, Chelsea 1.
Yeah, okay. I think there might be fewer goals than what I said, though. I feel like I want to change my number and go 1-1. I think that Tottenham are going to ball the life out of this game.
Yeah. Huh? Go 1-1 then. You going 1-1?
I'm going to go 1. I'm going to go 1-1. I'm going to tell Stel. I'll change my score.
I'm going 2-1. 2-1. Can't wait. And remember, guys, if you're in the South Stand, meet at the concourse. It's all changing tomorrow. Vinay has listened to the fans, and they're going to stop the music early.
Oh yeah, talk to me about this. What's this? What's this bollocks? What are we doing?
Well, it's not bollocks. They're trying to do things.
That's a word I use to throw away just any old thing. I'm not understanding what something is. It's bollocks to me. Go on.
Okay. So, guys, if you're listening up, and you're going to Spurs tomorrow, and you're in the South Stand, there's a new campaign to bring Spurs' most vocal support together at last in a stand built for atmosphere that hasn't delivered it. It's no secret the noise at Tottenham Hotspur has not been good enough this season, and the club is being pushed to work with the fans, but we can act too. For Chelsea, we are organising our biggest pre-match meet yet. Park Lane Concourse, middle level, entrance 253, where you'll find the drummer from 4 o'clock, starting early. So it's going to be going off by 5. Get to the concourse, build the biggest Park Lane pre-match atmosphere we've ever had. In your seats by 5:20 to build the atmosphere. At 5:24, the club will turn off all music, step back, and hand over the stage to the fans only. This is our chance to create an organic atmosphere inside the stadium. Be ready immediately after the light show to get behind the team. We'll have a great slot to make the noise. And if the atmosphere is strong, the next part of pre-match routine will be adjusted permanently to let this continue. This is the first time the club has ever given fans this much time before kickoff. So let's show the club what we are capable of. Let's make it loud and show the power of Spurs fans together. This is how we build the case.
The specifics of what, though? They're just turning off the music so that we can do it ourselves.
Well, no, but they're doing stuff beforehand in the concourse.
The East Stand?
In the South Stand.
South Stand?
Yeah, in the South Stand. They're the drummers and they're organised and all. Listen, look, for anyone who hasn't been to Spurs, our atmosphere is absolutely shambolic. Something needed to be done, which is hence the reason why clubs relish playing there. So we shall see.
I put my ticket up on the exchange for this game because I was like, I've been unwell. Every time I go to Tottenham, I get a bug or whatever. And yeah. And but then no one's taken the bloody ticket, so I might just pull it off and then pause.
See what happens.
Then go tomorrow. I might be up there.
Liverpool.
Wait, I didn't get Houdini's scoreline for the Chelsea game. Did you see it?
Yeah, 2-1.
He's saying Tottenham as well, yeah?
Heart overhead.
Okay, cool. Liverpool Villa. Big game.
Blimey. Can Liverpool afford to lose this one, Sean? They can't.
No, they definitely can't. But I don't think they're going to win, though. I think Villa are a really difficult team right now. They're banging form. I hate them. I hate Villa. So, no disrespect to any Villa fans that might be watching, but I've got a little bit of a vendetta against them. I don't know why. They've just become a team that I don't like. So, I don't really want them to do well. But I think they're gonna frustrate the life out of Liverpool. I'm going to say 2-2.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say Villa were winning. Okay.
But I think Villa will be 2-1 up, and I think Liverpool will score a goal late.
I'm going to go 3-2 Liverpool.
3-2 Liverpool. Okie dokie. What's the chat saying?
8-3, Mister's gone. Hang on. Remember, though, Dean, Arne Slot more open than Bonnie Blue. 2-2. He's gone.
And 2-2 as well. Alrighty.
Now we move on to Sunday's fixtures. West Ham v Newcastle. I can't see anything other than a Newcastle victory here, unless he pulls a rabbit out the back hat. I'm going to go 3-1 Newcastle.
Wow. 1-3. I'm going to go 2-0 Newcastle.
See what.
And what's the chat saying?
Well, there's all sorts of scores in here. Dean's gone 3-1 as well.
3-1 Newcastle, 3-1 Dino's gone 3-1, is he? Okay.
Mister's on. I don't know what Mister's on, but he's gone 3-0 West Ham.
Man City, Bournemouth.
Wow, this is what a game this is. I don't know how to call this one. Do you know that? Manchester City can't sit back. So Bournemouth will come at them.
This has got City win all over it, mate.
You think?
That. Yeah. All over it. 3-1 I'm going for.
I'm going to go 2-1 Bournemouth.
Oh, spicy. Okay. He's trying to play the catch-up game. He's got to be a little bit crazy.
No, I just think that City will come out at them, and they're probably get chances. 3-1 again for Dean for Man City.
3-1 for Man City for the Houdini. And then the last one, Monday Night Football, Sunderland Everton. Probably, like most people go, a boring game. I actually think this will be a good game of football.
Yeah.
I mean, I look forward to Monday Night Football, this one. I think this will be a good one. I'm going to go for 2-0 Sunderland.
I'm going 2-1 Sunderland.
All right.
Dean? See what Dean goes. Dean's gone 2-0. 2-0.
2-0 as well. Okie dokie. Appreciate you there, Houdini. Right now, the last thing we need is a goal scorer or an assist maker. You get 1 point for each assist that this particular player scores. If he gets one, contributes, or 3 points for a goal. Johnny, you cannot use Anthony Gordon. You cannot use Saka. You can't use Foden. You can't use Evan Nilsson. You can't use Mateta, João Pedro, Goalscorer, or Liam Delap? I'll let you think about it for a second. Houdini, you are not allowed to use Gakpo, Voltemade, Haaland, Grealish, Kudus, Rice, Richarlison, or Salah. And I'm not allowed to use Voltemade, Haaland, Grealish, Salah, the Guacamole, Johnson, Semenyo, or Ekitike. Interesting.
I know who I'm going for. I've had it in my head since this morning. I'm going for Danny the Hitman Welbeck.
Danny Welbeck at Brighton. That's a great shout. That really is a very, very good shout. Let me know, but I can't see the chat, so let me know when Houdini's got his name in there. Who am I going to go for? It's getting a little bit difficult now. A lot of the big names have been taken. I am going to choose.
Who said guacamole?
I said guacamole. Victor Guacamole. I'm going to go for. Shall I go for a Sunderland player? Shall I go for a?
Let's.
I'm going to go for Igor Jesus in the Forest.
Igor Jesus, there's my man. I was saving him for later on in the season. And who has he gone
Houdini?
for? Dean?
Houdini, did I see you there?
Can't see what Dean's gone for. Let's see. Dean, give us
there he is. Brendan Rodgers. Not Brendan Rodgers, sorry. Morgan Rodgers.
Rodgers.
Morgan Rodgers. Interesting.
Good shout. Good shout.
At Liverpool. Rodgers at Liverpool.
Absolutely, Sully. I'm going to save Jesus for Easter, mate.
All right, there you go. So I've gone for Jesus. You've gone for Welbeck. That's a cracking shout, by the way. And Morgan Rodgers. That's a little bit unorthodox. I like that. Away at Liverpool, picking a midfielder to get the points. Love it. You got to do what you got to do. Interesting results. Interesting predictions, rather. We'll come back to you guys on Tuesday with the results. By the way, guys, next week we're starting to bring in some new games for the show. We're going to be doing a bit of. It's going to be called Pitch Panic, which is a game that involves Jonny and myself presenting 3 stories, and 2 of them are going to be false. One of them is going to be true. Crazy football stories that you wouldn't believe, and a little bit like Would I Lie to You? In fact, it's entirely like Would I Lie to You, the game show. We're just ripping that off, but we're going to be bringing that one to you on next week at some point. Be a regular once a week show.
We tried to get Ange Postecoglou on the show for this section, but unfortunately, he's on holiday now, and he's not doing any more press.
He's been the best. He's been fucking unbelievable at that game, wasn't he?
Would I bullshit you? But well done, Dean. Fantastic picks. Good scores there. We shall see what happens. I think that's about it, Sean. Guys, if you're in the chat and you're here for the first time, I know it's a repeat and it sounds boring. Please hit the like button and please hit the subscribe button. Hardly any of you hit that subscribe button and the like button. So please, if you could do that, helps us, helps grow the channel, helps the algorithm, and helps push out this channel to people who don't know about it. And we really thank and appreciate all those who are here supporting us in this new young channel. I think that's about it, Shawnee. Do you know anything?
Just quickly, Marshall, don't worry, mate. Don't worry. Look, if my lead gets a little bit too stretched because I don't know what you want from me, then I will start getting a little bit reckless because content's got a content and it's more enjoyable if the second half of the season is a little bit of jeopardy. So don't worry, I'll be throwing out there some wild ones. Bugsy's just walked into my room to let me know that it's about time for her second walk.
Thank you, Mr. for the like and subscribe. Very much appreciated. Guys in the chat, you see, Sean bigging himself up in the predictions. Not so big on the predictions at his fantasy football team.
Oh, no, let's do that quickly. Okay. Let's do that quickly. I'll bring that one up quickly. Let's have a quick look see at that. Because you're right. You're absolutely right. I'm all over the shop with... Johnny, you couldn't let me have a moment, could you? You couldn't let me have
your moment. You've had your moment. Listen, last week last week I was rescued by Mickey van der Ven, scoring me 23 valuable points because the rest of my team wasn't great. And I sit in a not too impressive 207th.
I'm getting it up right now. Oh, that's not it. Fantasy is what I need. Fantasy Premier League. Is it here? Yeah, here it is. Oh, I've had a shocker again. I had an absolute shocker again. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Right, let's bring it up on the screen.
Jimmy Carr laugh. If any of you... Sean definitely has a Jimmy Carr laugh.
Hang about. How do I do this? How do I bring this up? Remove that.
What's the Premier League, Shawnee? For those of you on audio, Sean's trying to get it up.
Pause.
On screen.
Here we go. Let's have a look. Let's have a look and see what we're doing here, shall we?
Hang on one second. I've just got to take this call, Shawnee.
All right. Let's look at me. 46 points is the average. You know, like when you like go think, just recognize how dumb the average person is in life, and then realize and recognize that half the people walking around are dumber than that. Look at that. The average points is 46, and I've been underneath. I've been under par for weeks. I'm so bad this season. So bad at fantasy. Let's have a look-see at my team, and maybe we'll figure out why, shall we? I mean, it's shocking. It's absolutely shocking. Like, proper bad. I've all seen that Sean Butler's fucking Premier League points. His fantasy's proper. Like, ridiculous. Oh, Haaland captain. I don't know why. I've stuck by this bozo for the last 2 months. He's got to go. None of these boys are pulling up any trees. It's just 1 and 2 points galore. Even my subs aren't doing anything. It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. I am currently languishing, although I've changed my team for this week. Look at that. Look at that. Now we're talking. I brought a little bit of Arsenal firepower in. I've got rid of Salah, got a bit of money to play with, and it's looking a little bit healthier. A little bit healthier. Let's have a look-see and see where I'm 353rd. Who's at the top? Raw and uncoachable. We have a new leader, Eric Callison. 69 points. 69 points. Pedro Porro, Julian Timber. Bowen's in on the act. And he's left points on the bench as well. I know he played his bench. See, I haven't played any of my super plays yet. I haven't played any of my super plays yet.
I haven't played any of mine. I've used none. Used none.
Noel's up to 4th though, Johnny.
No.
Wait, have we done this recently? Have we seen this since, or has that?
We might have done it. We might have done it, but not everyone was here. Don't forget, Sean, because we didn't have a big show on. I think it was
last week. No, maybe it was Monday or Tuesday we did it because I think I remember seeing Joe Roden in Sully's team.
Yeah,
I think we've done this before.
Yeah, that's right. It was on the bench.
Yeah, but he played his bench too.
That's it. But listen, big weekend. I'm thinking about whether to use my wild card or wait. I think I'm going to wait, Sean.
Well, where are you, mate? Where are you in the? What's your number?
207th. I think I might wait. I haven't used any of my cards yet. I think I might wait until after the international break. What's that?
Second half FC. You're going to wait till the second half of the season. Carlos Kickable.
Carlos
51 points, mate. You're doing nicely. As long as you beat the average, you're doing well. And I'm below average FC at the moment.
Yeah, it wasn't
nice team. A lot of balance there. A lot of balance. Look at that, Mickey van der Ven getting you 20. Half of your points come from Mickey.
I know it wasn't a great performance. Look, Haaland didn't do well. Pedro didn't do. Walter Mardy didn't. Kudos didn't. Saka didn't. It was pretty disappointing, to be truthful, with that team. I'll have to have a look at it. But I think that's about it, Sean. I think we'll wrap up there.
There's too many pages until me at the moment, Marshall. But the season is young, my man. I will be in the top 100 by the end of the season. And if I'm not, I'll 20 quid to charity, 50 quid to charity if I'm not in the top 100 by the end of the season. All right?
Let's hope so.
There you go.
Okay, guys. We look forward to it.
How dare you, Marshall, talk about me like that? I'm coming back now. I'm motivated. I'm motivated.
We can do a show maybe Sunday, Sean. See what happens.
Yeah, we'll do a show. We'll do an update on Sunday. That new incredible team wasn't all that after all, Sean.
Yeah, he made a big hoo-ha about changing his team.
No. I've changed my team. That new team hasn't yet had a chance to kick a ball together.
Okay. We're all set. He's all set for this week. So anyway, guys, thank you for your support as always. Great to see everyone in the chat. The banter's still right, and I'm going to try and put a muzzle on my mouth and stop saying things I shouldn't. And guys, thanks very much.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
It's goodbye from me.
It's goodbye from this guy. Bye.
Bye.